Ladies and gentlemen, over the past few days, I've been hearing all kinds of rumblings that the likelihood of Harvey Weinstein going to jail is slim. See, they're not going to give him the Bill Cosby treatment because of who and what he is. I'm not surprised. Okay. And let's get into this story. Sunday, October 7th, 2018, from Local 12. Hashtag #MeToo movement sends Hollywood figures into exile, not jail. No matter what despicable act these men do, they still won't put them in jail. But you let a black man do the same exact thing, it's going to be jail time. You see, this is Bill Cosby right here in handcuffs, being led out of the courtroom into prison. You won't see that happen to none of their high power men because remember, the system is rigged up to work in their favor. The hashtag #MeToo movement has sent dozens of once powerful Hollywood players into exile, but few of them have been placed in handcuffs or jail. And it's increasingly apparent that the lack of criminal charges may remain the norm. Harvey Weinstein has been charged with sexual assault in New York, and Bill Cosby was sent to prison in Pennsylvania. In the years since stories on Weinstein in the New York Times and the New Yorkers set off waves of revelation of sexual misconduct in Hollywood. But those two central figures are exceptions. A task force launched last November by Los Angeles County District Attorney Jackie Lacey to handle the surge in allegations against entertainment figures has taken up criminal cases involving nearly 24 entertainment industry figures. None has been charged. Bill Cosby is the only one. The rest of them, not charged. The task force has considered charges against 22 suspects, including Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, director James Toback, and former CBS CEO Les Moonves, all of whom have denied engaging in any sex that was not consensual. Charges have already been rejected for most. Cases involving 6 suspects, including Weinstein and Spacey, both of whom had multiple accusers, remain open. In 14 of the closed cases, charges were declined because the allegations were reported too late and thus outside the statute of limitation. Well, that's amazing. Bill Cosby had people coming from the damn 60s accusing him. The rest were turned down either for insufficient evidence or because the accuser refused to cooperate with investigators after initially reporting the incidents. Ladies and gentlemen, they're making up all these excuses. If they really want to get these people, they could. They just don't want to do it because of who and what they are. While disappointing in the lack of results, several accusers said they were still glad they talked to police and prosecutors for a variety of reasons, both practical and emotional. For me, it was not necessarily closure, but one of the healthiest things I've ever done for myself, said Melissa Schumann, whose case dating to 2003 against Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys was rejected over the statute of limitations. These just all sound like excuses to me. It felt therapeutic to tell the authorities to be able to take it out of my body and out of my mind and report it. Fatima Goss Grave, president of the National Women's Law Center, which oversees the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund, said for some, the act of reporting, put it on the record, is critical, even if it's beyond the limitations. When law enforcement agencies welcome women to report their experiences, it can eventually result in more prosecution, she said. In too many cases, law enforcement has sent a signal that they won't treat these issues, Goss Graves said. If we've created a climate and space that is friendly to people coming forward, more people will come forward. Schumann said she found just such a climate. She was well treated by task force investigators and the police in what could have been a much tougher process. I really felt supported and listened to and cared for and believed, Schumann said. Carter has denied the allegation from the start. He said, though his lawyer, when charges were declined, that he felt confident there would be no basis for charges and was happy to put the matter behind him. A representative did not respond to a request Friday for further comment. There can be more tangible benefits to reporting. In California, simply file a police report entitles victims to benefits that can include free psychotherapy. The reports also create additional claims that can help in newer investigations or be brought into court to show a pattern of conduct, as they were for Cosby's trial. It just gives me peace to have it documented and filed, Schumann said. If my abuser does it again, the authorities told me they would use me to help collaborate, corroborate. Okay, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this is BS. Okay, and this is just showing you when it comes down to the white male, they don't want to go after them at all. Okay, when it comes down to the black male, I don't care how famous he is, how much money they got a jail cell waiting for you. This is nothing but double standards. I'm not even going to read any more of this article. I'll leave the link to it in the description box. This is a clear case of double standards. Now, they don't see how they're going to go after these guys, but they sure found a way to go after Bill Cosby, didn't they? So, ladies and gentlemen, these articles are just hit pieces letting everybody know Harvey Weinstein will indeed be let go. I've been hearing rumblings about this probably over the last week about the likelihood of him going to jail. He's not going to go to jail, y'all. He is a white male in this rigged up society. They don't put men like him in jail. They put men like Bill Cosby in jail. This man have been sexually assaulting women for decades. And he is going to be a free man to walk around and do whatever he wants. See, Me Too ain't shit. There is no way any of our people should be following this movement or even being involved in it. It's been completely hijacked. It is not what it initially intended to be. And the woman that created it, they just pushed her on out the way and hijacked everything. We don't even see her face anymore. And her name is not even mentioned when it comes down to Me Too. They don't even mention her name. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.